Three women, wives, mothers, and entrepreneurs with mouths and minds so dirty they don't want the parents in the carpool line to know their real identities. This is Kinks Out. Our names may be made up, but the stories are real.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of the Kinks Out podcast. We are three women who share several common interests, but our main one is our love for smutty books and the book club that brought us all together.
Sugar, why don't we tell them how we got started?
Well, we met. How did we? This is what happens in my life. I meet people. I have no idea how I met them. I know it had to do with Harry Styles. Did we meet in a chat room? Is that possible?
Wait, are chat rooms still a thing?
Oh yeah.
There's still chat rooms.
That's wild.
Okay,
what is your ASL?
Your AIM.
No, ASL, age, sex, location.
Stop.
That's what you used to say in chat rooms. But anyway, You guys met in a chat room, apparently.
We just aged ourselves.
Yeah. Now everyone's going to be like, American Sign Language.
I think it was Instagram. I think I stalked out people that liked Harry Styles.
No, you know what? It was a mutual friend.
Oh, there we go.
I feel like
back to the moment.
I think it was a mutual friend that was like, I'm tired of hearing about Harry Styles. You two have to talk to each other. Yeah, that's essentially what it was. And then
you are friends now, and that's it.
I mean, yeah, we only met for the first time in real life at the first book club meeting. No, the second book club meeting.
The second one. It was December.
Missed the first one.
Yeah. Typical.
Yes, I do actually really
sugar.
like that. You guys started this book club, and I was decided for everybody that I was joining and that I was helping take over. I'm like, you guys are the founders, but I'm in. You cannot get rid of me. And then the first, month of our meetup, one of our founders was not there.
We really needed somebody to hold us together.
I am the glue.
Yes, we really need that.
We have all these hopes and dreams. So then we all of a sudden we go from Harry Styles to book club to podcast. I mean, that's a natural progression.
The natural progression of things is that. And Gigi and I live in the same small town, and our kids go to school together, and we realize through Instagram, that brings everybody together, that we read the same dirty books. And that,
I'm not talking like rom-com kind of spicy. Like, we read some weird stuff.
I think that the best way to describe it is that E.L. James, who wrote 50 Shades of Grey, she walked so that the books that we read could run.
I want that on a t-shirt.
Yes. And these two are like swimming in the depths of the Pacific Ocean in smut books. And I have my toes in the baby pool, I think. I thought I was reading smut until I met them.
Yes, that is true, because some of the stuff that we've talked about, you're like, wait a minute, what? Like, we're not reading, Colleen Hoover. I don't read any of her books.
Neither do I. No. I mean, to each their own, but yeah, I need more.
I need more. The members of our book club also agree that basically, if we're not if we're not reading about dicks within the first 3 to 4 chapters, we're out.
What was it we were saying? We need it within the first 20% of the book.
Yes, because most of us read on Kindles.
Yeah.
So
I'm on the total other end of the spectrum, though.
Yeah,
that's
you're
a slow burn.
Yeah, I want it to burn.
No, we would like to jump. We want to jump into the inferno, just
if it's burning, you should get it checked out.
Yes, that's true. But no, I want the build up for a long time.
Don't you get bored with it though? Don't you feel like that back and forth angsty banter after so long is tiresome, where you're like, oh my God, just eat her out or do something?
Maybe that's it. Maybe I want the build up and then for them to, go completely at it. And then for them to just be like, this isn't going to work. And then build up in the next chapter to someone else. I want
someone else.
Slow burns in one book.
In one book. You just want them to be multiple partners. You want them to really like each other, do it, and then be like, maybe not. I'm going to try that guy over there.
Yes, exactly.
You should write that book.
Would be my ideal book.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to add author to the next endeavor.
And now we're all writing a book.
Here we are on King's Out Podcast.
You heard it here first. We're all going to be authors next. I just think that there's so many books. There's bazillions of books out there, and I have read a lot of them. And it's very easy to read a book that's more believable than some of the smut books we read, but I don't want to read that. Like, at the end of the day, I have taken care of kids. I've cooked meals. I've cleaned. I've worked. I've done all these things. I want to read something that seems so far-fetched that it's like I'm in another world for a little bit with it.
That's where I'm at too. I don't need anything that is actually too realistic because I am escaping. That's my downtime when I can read. So I'm here for that.
The real world is like not the best all the time. So if I can, to be fair, some of the books we read, the real world of the book is not great either.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
But at the same time, like, I can read a Mafia Bratva book with no problem because guess what? I don't know anybody in the Mafia. Like, it's not part of my world by any means.
You don't?
Actually, that's not true. I did recently find out that somebody I know as a child had family in the, how do you say it, Cosa Nostra? Because Bratva is Russian, but I know somebody who did have ties. And I was like, do you want to come on my podcast? And I got a quick no.
Yeah, that's the...
No.
I think it's like Fight Club.
It's okay.
You're not allowed to talk about it.
Like Fight Club.
That makes sense.
But anyway, that's what I love about smut books is that you escape to a completely different world that might be real for some people, but it is sure not for me in my little town.
Not even close to our real.
So what are your favorite, I mean, like, what is it? A subgenre of smut? Is that what we call it?
Many.
A subgenre? Or no, trope.
The trope.
I say tropes, not a Girl Scout troop, a trope.
Troop 69.
Oh, stop.
There's the tropes in books. But there's also like the genres of books, and then there's different tropes within those. There's a lot to read, guys.
There's so many. Like, we'll use that as an episode to literally like break down, because I feel like there are so many that, I mean, because you can read, say they're all in like this romance genre per se, because you want something that's, person meets person and, gets freaky, yada, yada. Happily ever after. I chase those. Those are mine. Like, I want an HEA for sure.
Oh yeah. If there's not a happily ever after, I'm out.
Count me out.
Boo.
You want HEAs or you don't?
No, I do not want a happily ever after. I already have a happily ever after. I don't need to read about it again.
But then I'm sad for them.
No. They'll go.
Oh no, I get so attached to these
series.
Characters. Some of these characters I'm so attached to that when I remember that they're not real, it makes me sad and I'm embarrassed for myself.
I mean, we have an unhealthy attachment to Pucking Around, Emily Rath's book Pucking Around, and all the Price family characters. Like, we have a legitimate unhealthy attachment to them. And
when I think about
okay with it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, when I think about them and the fact that they're not actually real, it makes me sad because I love their love story so much. that I want it to be real for them. Like, I don't want to be involved in it. I would like to be maybe friends with them, but like their love story means so much to me that I want it to be real for somebody. If that makes sense.
Makes total sense.
I am on
Sugar, you've only read
64. I'm on page 64.
Come on.
Wow.
You gotta get
Yeah, you're not reading all that by tomorrow.
Which is when our book club meets. Our book club meets tomorrow.
Cram.
And everyone was assigned we started with the novella by Emily Rath, that one night. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Or that one night. So we told everybody to read that. And the members of our book club who I am like personally closer with all have loved it. Like to the point where they've read the rest of the series, because there's a couple different books, and then there's even like a couple different characters who have their own books, and she's writing more. And Emily, someday when you hear this, please write them faster. Because we love them and need them in our lives.
They can never end. It has to go on forever. But yeah, so Sugar, you're like no, pass on the HEA.
No. That's hard to say. I like things that I might not experience in real life, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not often you, like, I'll just use the Price family, for example. In real life, I don't know any woman who has 3 men who just, like, love her and adore her, and who also, some of those men adore each other, and they have I don't know anything like that in real life. Do you guys? If you do, please
I'm only on page 70.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Snap! Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, there's 3 men.
Okay.
They're all beautiful.
Reading.
They're all so beautiful.
Yeah.
And
are there pictures?
We can send you some stories on Instagram, because in the actual book, no, there's no pictures. But we can send you different things of what they look like, because they're beautiful.
I love this.
This is an unhealthy obsession. I know I got off track. Shocking. We got off track here for a minute.
I feel like that's going to be what a lot of this is.
It really is. But we were discussing why we love these kinds of books. And I think even the difference between reading a smutty book and a love story is, like, you hear about love stories all the time. It's people fall in love, they get married. It's great. I love that. I'm, happily married, everything. But then you want to read something different that's like, okay, her dad sold her to the other family, and they have to get married, and they hate each other, but guess what? They bang like crazy, and she hates it, but then they fall in love. That's the kind of love story I want to read, because that's not real life to me.
I mean, I just read a series, and they're aliens. Like,
the aliens.
Yeah.
I forgot. Was this a
Real
different
women
series? Then
this is
have
a different one.
One?
No, you haven't yet. So his humans.
Wait, real women with aliens.
Yeah, there was like this post-apocalyptic, like, scenario. All of the male species died on Earth, and then like these other aliens came in, and like basically all the women were like living in the stadiums around the United States, and like they
naturally
the outside world.
Because the first place I'm going to go is the stadium.
It's uninhabitable. So after like some time, they end up realizing that they have like pulled all of the women that are essentially like breedable, like all of these aliens that are like helping keep the women alive that came to Earth are pulling all of the breedable women out, and they're going to one by one like send them to this other planet.
No way. We should mention that Gigi and myself, Mars, we have one of our kinks is that we love breeding.
Yeah.
we love, we do. We do. We love it when the guy is like, I can't wait to see you swollen with my child. Or whenever he comes inside of her and then like shoves it back in with his fingers. Like, we die for that shit. Love it. Love that.
So for anybody that's listening, who is just tiny toes deep into this. I'm your girl. I'm literally dying.
I'm just saying, doesn't that that primal, instinct of a man to just watch his cum come out of a woman and then put it back in? To be like, I'm trying to get you knocked up hard.
Humans or aliens? What are we talking about now?
Both.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, they actually know, because the planet that they sent the women to, all of the women on that planet had died. So they needed women. So they couldn't, they hadn't seen a woman on their planet in 25 years. So
this is so convenient.
Right? I'm just saying. So there was light breeding kink in that one. But like I said, yeah. So if it's not realistic, I'm also okay with that. Mars, I know you love your mafia. And there's mafia, motorcycle club, all that. But I'm recently dipping my toe into this alien business, and I'm not upset by it at all.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be real. I mean, the book that we're reading for February's book club book is Come to Cupid, and it's a non-human. He's just a man, but he has wings. He's a Cupid. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Sugar, you're gonna read it. Wait, I have faith that you can read this.
Does he?
It'll take you a minute.
He's a Cupid. Yeah. So his job is that he makes people fall in love. But one of the rules of a Cupid is that he's not supposed to fall in love, or he's actually supposed to abstain from sex.
Of course.
What it is. But he sees this human and he's gotta have her. And that's kind of how the story starts. It's a novella. It's very short. You can read it.
It's so short.
He whips his dick out on page 2.
Does she see his wings?
Yes, at the end. Oh, spoiler alerts again. Sorry.
Sex.
Yeah, they're in his
They
sack.
talk about it.
They talk about it, yes. They do talk about it. Yeah, where would you keep your wings?
Never thought about it, but I guess I'll need to.
Things that you end up thinking about once you start reading weird books.
Exactly. In this, the initial dedication is, this book is for anyone who's interested in reading the word cock 113 times over 80 pages. That one word takes up 0.5% of what you'll read here. You're welcome.
And it's true. It's very much I think there's only, I don't know, a couple pages where they're not boning. But that's what a novella is. You want to read a novella and you want it to be, short, sweet, and to the point, but still with a little bit of a story. A little bit of, okay, hey, they actually like each other. It's not just, I have to stick my dick in her before I die.
Well, if there's 80 pages and you said that cock is mentioned 118 times, right?
113.
113 times. So that's at least once per page. So how much story is there?
Enough.
Yeah.
Is this all one session or several sessions?
Just one weekend. Yeah, one weekend though.
Yeah, but several scenes.
Yes.
That is one thing. You gotta read it.
Reading these books. These people have stamina.
Oh my God, the stamina? That's not real life. That's why, there's no way. When he's
also because this guy's a Cupid, so that doesn't matter. I say it like they're real.
No, he's not human. He's not human. Yeah.
No.
But even
in
alien,
he's like a celestial being, right?
Yeah, I would guess so. Almost maybe comparable to an alien, but he's not an alien. But he's not human. He looks like a man, other than the wings and his large package that she goes into detail about.
Well, because in it he talks about difference between Angel's wings and his.
Right.
So
that's what his are
things.
Real
much
sensitive.
Smaller. And they're much smaller.
They're smaller. Oh.
Yeah, they're not we're not talking there's a book for you.
The Tooth Fairy.
I guarantee you there is a book.
Oh, there's got to be a book about it.
Oh, there's a book about fingerling potatoes.
Yeah. We haven't read that one yet. We keep joking we're going to. We need to just read it. I mean, I read the book about her fucking the door.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, needless to say.
And then I'm just over here reading. I mean, I just find any book where it's a young mom who goes to a concert and gets invited backstage and falls in love with the rock star.
I say next month. Next month, let's do a rock star romance for
oh my God.
For old Sugar here.
All right, Sugar. We'll find you one. I'll pre-screen it this month.
Some leather and some harnesses.
Oh, so you want what is it? BDSM? You want some of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Challenge accepted. I'll find it.
I have complete faith.
Smut operator.
That is me. I decided that we needed to pre-screen our books for the book club, and I volunteered myself as tribute. Shocking.
Nobody thought that they were smutty enough. So when we were meeting and everyone's like, it was good. We're like, well, we don't want you to think it's good. Like, where are we going with this? And then everyone was just like, yeah, no, I need more. So we were like,
I think in the beginning, though, we were slightly nervous. We didn't want it to be too much for people. And then, little did we know that all the moms that we like hang out with at the bus stop, bunch of hoes. Like, seriously. They all just want, they all want the nitty gritty, and we're here for it. We're here to deliver.
I mean, we should have known after our Christmas white elephant what we were dealing with.
I think I was the only person who left that without a vibrator of some sort.
Oh, that's unsettling.
I feel like I might have been the only one. I mean, I liked my gifts. I got the dirty Santa candle that smells really good. But yeah, I think I was one of the only ones who didn't get some sort of sex toy.
You're gonna go get your mail tomorrow, and there's gonna be one in your mailbox. You're welcome.
Research purposes, we'll write it off. It's for the podcast.
I was gonna say we have a budget. We have a budget for our.
There's a. All right, so in this podcast, we want to talk about it all. Obviously, based on some of the stuff we've already said, we're not shy, and that's not even the worst or dirtiest, I guess I should say, of some of the stuff we've talked about, in our chats, in our text messages, in our book club meetings. Like we have a lot to say about everything, and not just book related.
Yeah, I think you're going to hear us talk about a lot of what we read, but then also like just tying things into life in general as spouses and parents and, just women, I feel like.
Agree.
And that's how Sugar's going to come in.
Agree. And Sugar agreed with us. In episode 2, I think we're going to really try to talk about some of our favorite books and why we like them so much. We talked about a couple today, but I think for people to really understand some of the stuff that we read and why we like it, we're going to dive a little deeper into those books and the kinks in them and some of the tropes and things like that we love and make us avid smut readers.
Yeah, I'm going to start making a trope list, and subgenre, all of that. I feel like it's going to be a lengthy thing, but I feel like we can really tap into talking about those and even rating those. We'll start a rating system, and we can see what everybody's top 10 are.
Oh, that's a good idea. I know, Sugar, you just want a happily ever after, right? She wants them to fucking hate each other.
No. I just want them to not be in love and be able to move on quickly. To the next
all right. You want the quick, dirty bathroom club fuck.
Yes.
All right.
And then get a massage. You get an extra with your massage, and then your massage is over, you go on with your day, and then maybe you go to the dentist and you get an extra with the dentist. That's what I'm looking for. Where's that book?
That's actually just on a website, and it's called Literotica. That's all short stories. You just want short stories. I'll send you the link.
We're gonna
my
tap
attention
into this
span is small. Yes, I do like any of the fanfics. I
anything that makes you think of Harry Styles, right?
Yes, and there are erotic tales written about Harry Styles as well. So,
oh, definitely. There's like a whole I'm not joking. That's an actual website. And there's like celebrities in fan fiction is like one of the categories on it, and it's all just short stories.
Bring it on.
We'll find a Harry Styles one.
Yeah, totally into that.
Okay.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. This is good.
And we'll catch everybody on the next episode. I hope you come back because we're not going anywhere.
We're not. This is the podcast that you never knew you didn't need.
We're going to talk about everything you didn't want to know.
Yeah,
exactly. That's more like it.
It is. Like all the stuff that, nobody's actually going to talk about. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah. In depth.
Yeah, it's going to be gross. But also wonderful.
Potty training to potty fucking.
Oh.
Ooh.
What is that?
Is that a trope? Porta potty porn? Is that one?
Oh, for sure. For sure. That's definitely got to be a thing.
I'm not signing up for it, but I know
I do not volunteer for that job.
Yes,
this just took a turn. I'm
actually surprised it took this long to take a turn.
As we're signing off, things have taken a turn.
This is when we know it's time to sign off.
Yeah, whenever we get to tune in next week, whenever we decide who's going to get fucked in a porta potty. Our poor husbands, they're like, none of you, we are not doing
none of you. None of you. I don't know. Do you think any man would turn that down? I don't know if any man would turn that down.
I think that my husband would probably be like, listen, we have a perfectly usable bedroom area and house.
You're like, no, but I want it here. I want it
I'm
here.
like, but you don't understand. There's something about the porta potty that really just gets me going.
No, I think we've learned in these books that sometimes the urges just cannot wait.
Yes. Hey, thanks for joining us.
Yes. Thanks, everybody. This was fun.
Kinks Out Podcast. We'll be back whether you want us to or not.
See you hoes later.
There's way more.
Where this came from.
See you later, sluts.
Bye.